Hi, my name is John, and I am the owner of the Good Steward Online. We are a bookkeeping service located in Wasilla, Alaska. Today, I want to talk to you about that account in QuickBooks called Undeposited Funds. This account gets lots of people in trouble. So let's take a look at our reports. We're going to do standard reports. This is a sample company that is loaded into QuickBooks Online. And let's look at the balance sheet because this is where you're going to see this. And I've come up against this situation with some clients. First thing I do when I take on a client is I pull their balance sheet, take a look at it, and then I ask about this undeposited funds. And notice here that we have $2,062.52 in undeposited funds. So I see this. The first thing I do is I ask my client, do you have $2,062.52 sitting there in your safe? Are there some checks that you haven't deposited? Because that's what this account is for. This account is, let's say you did a sell, someone paid you with cash, but you haven't taken it to the bank yet. But you need to mark it as paid in QuickBooks, so you put it in undeposited funds. Or you're not running to the bank every time you receive a check, but you want to mark the invoice as paid in QuickBooks, so you put it in undeposited funds. And then what happens is you take all those checks, the cash, and you put it together and you take it to the bank. And you probably don't make separate deposits for each check, and you don't make separate deposits for each amount of cash that you have. Instead, you put them all in one deposit and you place it into the bank. And then when that bank deposit comes through on your feed, your bank feed on in QuickBooks Online, you need to match that to the amounts that are in this undeposited funds account, or this is always going to sit there. And the issue that this could bring up is at tax time, this is considered an asset. So this is showing that your company has another $2,062.52 in this scenario. That's an asset of the company, even though it's not located in the bank. But if you did go to the bank and you made that deposit, but you haven't matched those transactions, now you have doubled the amount of that asset. So let's just click here in our balance sheet and take a look at our undeposited funds. And this is going to show the transactions and who that money came from. So you can see here we have Amy's Bird Sanctuary, we have John Melton, and we have a deposit made here. Let's click on this deposit and take a look at it. And you're going to see that this deposit amount was for, uh, let's see, 2281.27, and it's asking us to choose which transactions want to be included in this deposit. So we would just go and choose what transactions are included in this deposit, and we're going to click Save. Now, what I want to show you is if we go back and run this report again, I'm just walking you through all the steps to get to your balance sheet. We could have just refreshed the screen. But now, when we look at this, notice that our undeposited funds has been cleared out. So that's the way you want to keep track of money that's not yet gone to the bank, but you still need to indicate in QuickBooks that the invoice has been paid. And this is sort of a holding account until that money is deposited into the bank. There should not be money just sitting in this undeposited funds for an indefinite period of time because it's going to throw off your reporting for tax time in QuickBooks. So that's how you take care of the undeposited funds. The biggest thing is to make sure you're matching the deposit when it is placed into the bank with the individual transactions that are included in that deposit as you're categorizing your transactions. That's the QuickBooks Online tip for today. If you found this to be helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. and I'm going to continue to upload new content to this channel as time permits. Thank you.